Hey guys, it's Seth Adams from Archery Talk. I had a lot of questions concerning the Raging Ulmer on how it's made and what all it takes to do that. I've explained it a few times, so I figured it'd probably be a little easier just to make a video on it so you guys can watch it, and if you need to reference it back, you can just go to the video. So you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a Trophy Taker Ulmer Edge. You're going to need a couple of drill bits. You're going to need first the one for the first hole is going to be the 7/64 size drill bit, and then to hone out the hole you're going to be using a 5/32 drill bit. So, but I'll get to more of that here in just a little bit. The first thing you want to do, we're not going to use the old blades, and we're also not going to use the hole that the blades are mounted in. So I'm going to take those out real quick and I'll show them to you here. Alright, so I took the blades out, and if you guys haven't seen one of these in person, you're going to notice there's a hole at the top and a hole at the bottom. So the one at the top is what it is from factory, and that's what you use the Ulmer Edge blades with, but we're going to be using the practice hole, which is right here at the bottom. That's the one we're going to be drilling into, and that's the one that the Rage Broadhead bolt will be used for to hold the new Rage blades in place. So when you twist this around, you can see it hollow in the middle, and then it's got a hole on the other side. We're going to be very careful on drilling through. We only want to drill one side of this broadhead. We do not want to drill through and get into the other side right here. If we get into that other side of the threads, then this one's junk and that bolt will not screw into there. So when you're drilling into it, just be sure and watch what you're doing so you don't get in the opposite side threads. So I'm going to drill that out real quick and show you. Okay, as you can see, the bottom hole I drilled through the one side and I did not get into the other side. So right now the Rage bolt does go through there and starts to screw into the other side, but what we need to do is widen the hole right here so that the head of the bolt sits down into the ferrule, like makes it more recessed so it doesn't create drag. So whenever it's going into the target, it doesn't catch on that bolt head. It's going to be recessed right down in there. So that's what I'm going to do now with the 5/32 drill bit. Alright, after honing it out, and I had to go back and change the drill bit and make the hole just a little bit bigger on the inside for the bolt to go in, but you can see it's perfectly flush. So I drilled through this one side over here, and then I honed it out so that it sits flush with the ferrule. There's no drag whatsoever. That head sits down into the ferrule. Alright, and then it screws into the opposite side just like that. And then now here I'll show you the finished product. And this would be the Raging Ulmer. I put the rubber band on it just for the simple fact of the blades rattling a little bit, just like the older Rages. So the O-ring does not go into the groove like the original groove, as you can see. It does sit a little bit low. But when it engages, it is a 2 1/4 inch cut, but there's going to be a little bit of give. If that O-ring moves out of the way slightly and falls down, it goes to about 1 3/4 inches. So your entrance hole is going to be about 2 1/4, and if it plays out just like this and just how it did in the broadhead test, you'll have 1 3/4 inches from about the middle of the animal on out, or the middle of the target. So that's it. That's your Raging Ulmer. Thank you.